Hey guys, and welcome back to another Jay the One-Eye Gamer. Today's update is going to be about a brand new game that was just announced a couple days ago, before Thanksgiving actually, and it's an entry in one of my favorite strategy RPGs, and that's Valkyria Chronicles 4. And I'm glad it's actually Valkyria Chronicles 4, and it's going back to its roots of the first Valkyria Chronicles, because I didn't try out the RPG, it didn't really interest me. I think it's like Valkyria Revelations? I don't know if it did good or not, but I don't think a lot of people enjoyed it, because I think most people want to go back to the old school, Valkyria timeline. But Sega was hinting at this for like, I think 3 to 4 days before the reveal that Monday. And there was a lot of speculation. People thought it was going to be another spin-off RPG. Some people thought it was going to be another entry in the main timeline. And I think some people thought it was going to be a cell phone game. I thought it was going to be a cell phone game, and I was like, oh god, please no. But lo and behold, on Monday, they showed off the trailer for Valkyria Chronicles 4. And lo and behold, it's in the style of course, Valkyria Chronicles, the first game, and it takes place pretty much in the same timeline as Valkyria Chronicles 1 and 3, which is the Second Europa War, which I think is loosely based on World War II itself. Instead of playing Gallia, which is the main main country of the first game, you're playing as the Allied soldiers, and from what I understand, this one it's going to be them invading the Empire to try and take over the capital, and apparently it's going to take place during a hellacious winter, but they showed it off to us. They showed us the new characters, the new squad we're going to be using, which is kind of like Squad 7-esque. They also showed us pictures of like the battle tank you're going to use, because the main character is going to be, the tank guy, and also this giant like land slash boat ship. It's crazy. It's just, I don't know how to describe it. I don't think there's any pictures of it that could do it justice at this point, but guys, it's a freaking huge ship that can go on land, and it's got treads, a drill, and it just looks crazy. It looks like it's a carrier, but it's on land. It's tearing through this tundra while they invade the Empire. It looks interesting. Obviously, you're not going to be playing the guys from Squad 7. This is a brand new unit with 4 new characters that we know of right now. That sounds like they're going to be the base for the game. And I think these guys are, I want to say they're probably in their early 20s. Maybe some of them might be in their late teens. The first one is Claude Wallace, and he's going to be pretty much your Welkin of the game, your main character, the tank commander. And they portray him as the protagonist, Einberg Army 101st Division, number 1 Battle Brigade, number 32, Armored Ranger Battalion Squad E, Squad Leader and Tanker. Jesus Christ. A first lieutenant, he is a serious and passionate and caring commanding officer. So pretty much Welkin, but not Welkin, which is okay, that's fine. As you can see, he's probably up on screen. He's wearing heavy winter clothes, obviously, because he's going to be the guy in charge. He's going to be the commander. Next, we're going to have Riley Miller, who is a brand new class called a Grenadier, or a Grenadier, I think. And they're going to have the ability to bombard characters from long range. So I think they are going to be the unit with the most range in the entire game, because it sounds like they don't need to see the person to launch it. They just need a character with a line of sight to it. So that'd be kind of interesting. I'm assuming they'll do great against tanks, heavy tanks, and obviously infantry. But to talk about her, she's the heroine, so I'm guessing she's the main love interest to Claude. And she is called a member of the Einberg Army's 101st Division, number 1 Battle Brigade, number 32 Armored Ranger Battalion's Heavy Weapons Support Team, a Grenadier, a second lieutenant technician. She is a positive and cheerful and ambitious in that she pushes forward without fear of failure. So she's obviously going to be, the more, I'm going to say not naive, but she's going to be the more like headstrong of them, the one who doesn't give up, the one who keeps pushing forward even in the darkest hour. Next we have Raz. That's just his name, and honestly, out of all of them, I think he's my favorite so far, because I just love his winter outfit. I love how he's got that like armor pauldron on his, I think that's like his left arm. And if you guys see like his regular clothes that he's in for Summer Wars, he looks even more bombastic. He looks like kind of a semi-armored knight. I don't know, like the trailer looked interesting. I highly recommend you guys find the trailer and watch it, because it just does beauty to the game. But he's going to be your shock trooper, which was one of my favorite units in Valkyria Chronicles. And he's described as a division officer of Squad E. Since he is of the precursed Darksin people, he does not have a last name. He belongs to the infantry class of the army. He's a rough and tumble guy with a passionate man who cares for his friends. And last of the 4 main characters is Kai Shulen, and she is a sniper, and I think think she's the first of the main cast to be a sniper, because I know sniper is a really devastating class, in the first game at least, because those guys, if you get them up to a high enough level and you give them a rifle with high accuracy, those guys can kill someone from like halfway across the map, and they're just ridiculously disgusting. She's described as she is a silent but blunt character who speaks her mind in a manly tone. A sharpshooter known as the one-shot killer. So, you know, she's probably like no nonsense. But that's our group, and that's who we'll be going with in the game as we invade the Empire. And thankfully, they go back to the art style of the old Valkyria games, because it just looks amazing. Like, as you can see on screen, the colors, the color scheme, all of it just looks amazing. It looks like you're actually playing like a storybook come to life. And that's what I loved about the first Valkyria Chronicles, is how it looked. It looked nothing like anything that was on the console at the time, and years later when it's ported to the PlayStation 4, it still looks beautiful, guys. Like, I highly recommend you either track down a PlayStation 3 version of it or the remastered, because you're gonna have fun. I would say the remastered version, because it runs at 60 FPS, so it feels like it's a third-person shooter. Also, in the trailer, we find out there's another Valkyria, surprise surprise, who works for the Empire, and she's in charge of defending the North, in which our heroes are invading, try and get to the capital. And I think she's the one that turns it into a winter, because it looked like in the trailer she had the power to turn it into like winter, and she said something about being the guardian of the North. Obviously, it's going to run off the same blitz combat system that, you know, is known for the Valkyria Chronicles, so it's going to play out in third person, real time. You know, you move units on the field, position them, and do all the attacks. But what's surprising about this game is how far in advance it is to being done. They said, as it was revealed, it is 90% done. In Japan, they already have a release date for the PlayStation 4. It's coming on March 21st, 2018. It's also coming to the Switch in the summer of next year, and us in the West, as of right now, we have a tentative 2018 release for both America and Europe, and that is coming to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Switch. So if you own any of those consoles, because I know a lot of guys want to play these games on Switch, which I think is a really good idea, you don't have to worry. You don't have to be tied down to one console. Sega is graciously going to give it to you. I'm assuming we're going to get it in the summer to match the Switch release, because that's what I feel like they're going to do, because they're obviously going to translate it. I don't think they're in the middle of translating it right now. They're probably just getting it done to be able to ship in Japan, and then they're going to take care of all that, 5 months down the line when we'll get it, hopefully. Like, honestly, I hope it doesn't come at the end of summer. I don't really enjoy when my games come at the end of summer, because I'd rather either happen in the beginning or the middle of summer so I can use that time to play it, but that's just my personal gripe. They also talk about different versions. Right now it's for the PlayStation 4, because obviously that's the main seller for Japan, and there's a 10th anniversary memorial pack, which includes a copy of the game. It also, is a 10th anniversary soundtrack and an illustration book that's going to be 72 pages. There's that for Japan. Also, with that version, you get a DLC code for something called Joint Operation with Squad 7, and what it is you get a download code, and you can play, I think, a side part of the game, so like a side mission, and by beating that side mission, you actually get access to Welkin, Alicia, Largo, Rosie, and for the first time ever, Isara. So that's a good incentive to pick it up, because I know a lot of people like Squad 7 itself. I don't know what it's priced as. They don't have a price yet. I imagine that's going to be a pretty penny. And then for the rest of us who don't buy that edition, I don't know if they'll bring it over to the West either. For the regular first day version, you're going to get a copy of Valkyria Chronicles 4, obviously, but you're going to get an additional downloadable content, this one's specific to it, and it's called Primitive Special Tactics. And what this does, by beating it, it gives you Ed Nelson, who I think is one of my favorite shock troopers in the game, next to Rosie herself, because Rosie's just ridiculous. She's just a monster, guys. If you play the game, she's going to be your best shock trooper. But those are the two versions of the game. That's all we know so far about the game. Yeah, I'm honestly happy that this is happening. Like I said, I still want to go back and beat the original Valkyria Chronicles, the remastered version, because I really like the game. The problem is I'm just stuck at a part that in my mind is like Normandy. There's like a beach, there's two giant turret guns that I can't, destroy, and they will tear up my units. And sorry, just rambling. I'm really happy that this game's happening. I'm happy that Sega is listening to people and going back to the original series, and also how fast they announced that this is also coming to the West, because they must know there's a huge fan base over here in the West for it. Because guys, these are beautiful games to look at, even when they were on the PSP. I didn't personally play the two that were on the PSP, because we only technically got Valkyria Chronicles 2 in the West. That didn't sell remotely well enough to get the third game to come over to the States. And from what I hear from a lot of people on a lot of sites, Valkyria Chronicles 3 is apparently the best in the series up till now, because the way they're toting 4 4 is going to surpass 3 because it's going to be on, you know, it's going to be on current generation hardware. And they even talked about the map size. They said the map size is going to be the biggest in the series thanks to, you know, the processing power of the Xbox, the PlayStation, and the Switch. So I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to just get back into this franchise because honestly, when they did a survey, I think when Remastered came out, they asked, what would you guys want? And I'm pretty sure a lot of people said the same thing as me. They probably wanted a remastered of Valkyria Chronicles 2 and Valkyria Chronicles 3 to come to the West. And I think it'd be a great idea to bundle Valkyria Chronicles 2 and Valkyria Chronicles 3 remastered together as one bundle and bring it over to the West for like the PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and the Switch. I think that would sell well over here. Yeah, guys, that's about gonna do it for me. I want to thank you guys for watching. As always, please leave a comment in the comments section. I always try to get back to you guys as fast as I can. If you don't want to hit me up in the comment section, please feel free to hit me up on my Twitter. It will be in the description down there. Click to the link. Share these videos around. It really helps out the channel. Leave a thumbs up if you like the video. You know, I enjoy making these. Hit that subscribe button if you're new. If you're not, that is perfectly fine. But if you want to hit that bell button, it lets you know when my videos are going up so you don't have to guess when they'll go up. And yeah, guys, I'm really looking forward to Valkyria Chronicles 4. I think 2018 is going to be a really good year for games, at least in the first half, because I think most of our wallets are going to be destroyed by all those great games that are coming out in January to like March. That's going to do it for me, guys. Sorry if this video is running a little too long. I wanted to get as much information on the game as possible out to you guys. Yeah, let's get hyped for this, guys. I'm really looking forward to this, and I hope the game, when it releases in Japan, and we're obviously going to get gameplay of it from Japan, I hope it looks great, and I hope the maps and the gameplay just live up to the hype that this franchise deserves. Alright, guys, thank you for watching, and as always, have a great day, and remember, let's rock!